Boom, here we go, man. Yo, what's going on? It's your main man Humvee. And you both say shit.
Oh man, your special guest Dale P with Man Cave with Dale P, man. DB not here tonight, so my brother asked me to step in. So
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, Dale P, for stepping in for DB. Shout out to DB. Prayers is going up, man, for real. He called me, and said, hey, I ain't gonna be able to make it. So guess what? I reached out to Dale P. Dale P said, I got you, Humvee. I got you.
I'm always one call away, man.
Hey, man, and I appreciate you so much, man.
Sure.
Hey, so this is the Truck Cast, episode number. See, it's the see, episode number 110. That's the episode that we're on. Episode number 110 of the Truck Cast, and you know what we do here? We talk about relationships.
Yeah, I do.
We do. We talk about dating issues. We talk about marriage. We talk about mental health. And we talk about how to find love and stay together longer than 60 days. In 60 days.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I guess.
I mean, he should know he was ready for love at one point.
You were
congratulations
ready for
to
love.
my brother for that show, man. I'm proud of him, man. I gotta fuck with him about
He
it.
was ready for love.
Yeah, he said he was ready for love, man.
As you can see.
Born ready.
Okay. As you see, we have a guest in the back. Well, two guests. Dale P already introduced himself. We have a guest in the back of the truck tonight. Go ahead and introduce yourself, brother.
What's up, y'all? Brian, aka Super Carol, and
Carol.
I am ready for love.
Hold
Why'd you say it like that?
Yeah,
You gotta lick your lips and get serious when you say something like that. I am ready for love.
Wow, it changed his whole voice,
Yeah, yeah.
all that stuff. He said, "I am ready for love."
Oh shit.
Go ahead.
What happened?
You can't hear me.
Okay, we'll keep going.
Yeah, keep going on.
So you are ready for love.
Absolutely.
If you guys don't know, Super Carol, Brian Carroll,
Yeah.
was on season 3's Ready to Love.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, me and my sister are big fans. Shout out to my sis for making this happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Kate Get Your Keys Realty. Big shout out to you, sis, for making this happen, for hooking us up. And we were big fan. Well, we still watch the show now. We still watch. Man, you gotta watch it, bro. This happened and this and this. So tell us your experience, just very brief, on Ready to Love.
I mean, it was a fun experience. We had a great time out there. We was out there on the resort.
Mm-hmm.
It's a reality TV show.
Reality TV show.
And for y'all who don't know, reality TV is it's interesting. I'll say that.
Yeah.
It's not as reality as you would think, but it's very interesting.
Right.
Met some cool people, had some cool experiences.
Gotcha.
You got a camera on you from 9 a.m. to 1 or 2 a.m. whenever you decide that you're ready to go back to your room. So it was some crazy experiences. It was an emotional roller coaster. A lot of us, I'd say we trauma bonded, for that season of our life.
Right.
And at the time, you get to go through different experiences with people.
Yeah.
And it was, you get to see how people move.
Mm-hmm.
Some people move the right way, some people move the wrong way. I think you get to learn things about yourself because whenever pressure is applied, you get to see who you really are. And you get to see that about people and different experiences about yourself and who willing to play the game or
Right.
fake or whatever the case may be. And so
Would you suggest anybody to go on now? I gotta ask.
it depends. If you're trying to make a name for yourself,
Okay.
trying to go have a little fun, yeah.
Good, do it.
But if you're trying to find love, you might want
Go do it in real life.
to get on Christian Mingle or something.
That's about Christian Mingle about his
That was
voice.
gonna be my question. I was gonna ask you,
Hey,
did
man,
you
just
find love?
Stick to these messengers on like Instagram and Facebook. It's just as resourceful.
It's better to just shoot your shot. It's better to slide in some
You may as
DMs.
well slide in some DMs and just be very intentional and sincere about everything you're
Okay,
doing.
got you.
Because people like to front on the camera,
When they
Shit. So it feel like watching them on social media then?
Yeah, well, that is true.
They capping.
They
I'm in
capping.
interview mode.
Hey,
Yeah,
I like it.
podcast,
I like
so
it. I like
gotta
it.
switch up my shit. I gotta ask questions for the guests and
Yes,
shit.
you gotta
know?
ask questions.
But nah, man, what do you feel like was one of the toughest things about being on Ready to Love?
I say one of the toughest things is not knowing people. It was an accelerated process, so not knowing people's intentions. Because I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it takes a lot of the sincerity out of it with the eliminations part and the top part. So people gotta, it's like it ain't about necessarily making a connection. Once you, in hindsight, when you look at it, it's not necessarily about making a connection. It's about staying in as many people top as you can to stay on the show. And the truth be told, you can't really, really fully be engulfed in multiple people because you're going to be divided in your thoughts and divided in your time.
Right.
Then it was a very controlled atmosphere. So, you can have people that might want to kick it with you or you want to kick it with them.
Yeah.
And, production might not set that up. But it's not, because on the resort it's different.
Right.
You can see them when it's set up. You could go 2 or 3 days and not see somebody. Just not in pass, or maybe you might see it
Right,
passing or
right,
something,
right,
but you ain't
right.
got no date set up. Whereas if it was here and everybody go back to their home other than when they're recording,
They gone.
you can get that person's number, you can set something up with them if you want to, maybe off camera, but it was just kind of different vibes.
So I'm kind of still new to Ready to Love. So for those that don't watch, so the concept of the show, is it more so you getting to know all the women on the resort, or you based off of one woman? Because I seen your interaction with just one woman. Are you allowed to talk to all the women?
No, I went on multiple dates.
Okay,
You go on multiple, but at the end of the day, you got to realize, like I said, the camera and that microphone is on you from the call at like 9 a.m.
Yeah.
to when you decide to go to bed. If you go to bed at midnight, 1, 2, 3, however late you stay up.
Shit.
And, that snippet they show you may be 3 minutes, if that, or 30 seconds, or 20 seconds. They'll show that snippet. But, a lot of people out there, they were going on multiple dates, but they have a storyline.
Right.
They have, an angle for you, what they might want to keep you in, or what they think is best for you to be in, and they're going to project that when they are, showing the show.
Now I seen you on one episode. You was going, or the chick, she came out of your room, and then
Nah,
she left.
You came out of her
I came
room.
out of her.
Oh, you came out of her
I
room.
seen that one.
And then didn't another chick go in your, or you went to another chick room or
Yeah,
something
man,
like that?
was all.
That was, but I feel
Listen,
like it was scripted for him because it was like, if you pay attention, it just didn't seem right. And then it was like,
Well,
so
I ain't know.
it was like, so Brian, when you decided to go in her room and went to the next one, to me I was like, that look a little suspect, man.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Even if I was on some like, I'm a carrier like that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Even if I was that type of guy,
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that on national television.
I felt like that's what it
So
was.
truth is, I left out of
Gotcha.
Alicia's room. I went to a confession. I was gone like 45 minutes to an hour. After I was done, one of the producers was like, yo, you should go tell so-and-so. I mean, that mics was on. So he just showed me a picture of the other girl. I was like, hey, you should go say goodnight. You know what I'm saying? I was like, give us something for the camera. I was like, bet. So you go say goodnight. It's cool.
Yeah.
Get up in the morning, having a regular day. Next thing you know, they set a whole joint up.
They set your ass
Like,
up.
so when so they set a whole joint up like it's an issue, but that all came from manipulation and conversation based on them making something seem some way when I had already had a conversation with them. But like I said, when the camera's running, certain people are gonna act a certain way. They're gonna act like certain conversations I had. Then when the episode came out of me, like I went from room to room, and that was all.
Oh,
That was all like straight up editing.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
Damn,
that was
just
straight
kick
up
me out of there.
I ain't about to do no trifling stuff like that. But even if I was gonna do something trifling like that, I'm not gonna do that on national television.
On
I mean,
national
come on,
television.
y'all.
Yeah, cause you had old girl crying.
Yeah, you riled out.
Dang, and she was kind of cute though.
Alicia, that's my homie.
She the homie.
That's my dog right there.
I know
Sorry,
it took
Alicia.
me some time.
Okay. Sound like you got a little. Uh-oh.
You know, so I got a little.
You got a little something.
I got a little. You know.
I'll be fucking around.
You know. All right. Here we go. All right, let's keep going, man. Thank you so much, Ron, for coming on the show.
Absolutely.
All right. Now, if you don't know, we do a truck fashion. A truck fashion is we have one of our truck casters out there, fans of the show that follow the show. They email us and and we call it a truck fashion. It's pretty much a dilemma that they email us, and we give some of the greatest advice right here on the truck fashion. Here on the truck fashion.
For the record, before we do this, my last time I came on here, they fucked me with the note. And my response was like, "He an asshole." I'm like, yo, hey man, was it the letter? What did she do? She went out with him.
I don't even remember.
It was somebody flew her out, and it's like some type of storyline. It was like he flew her out, and she was dealing with the nigga, but she ain't let him in. Then she just like it was something like I said I would have left her there, and I got caught an asshole.
All right, so here we go. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. What up, Humvee and DB? Well, Humvee and Del
Pizzle.
I'm a man that is in something like the R. Kelly and Usher song. Same girl. Same girl. Same girl. I don't know.
I don't know the words.
But the twist is that my partner is really trying to be with her and wants me out of the picture. So he's telling the girl all kind of stuff, putting dirt on my name.
That's your partner.
It all started when I ended up shooting my shot at the bartender of a local bar that me and my partner always go to after work. We hooked up. Then soon after, she ended up leaving the bar and started working as a bartender at another spot that I haven't been, but my partner went and he shot his shot at her, and they ended up hooking up. Talking at work one day, we found out that we both were talking to the same bartender because she got locked up, and she called both of us, but I didn't answer, but he answered, and he bailed her out of jail for fighting. I tried reaching out to her, but she hasn't responded, and I told my partner about it, and he says they talk all the time. I told him okay and left it alone. A few weeks later, out of the blue, bartender hit me in my DMs and said, "Hey, stranger." We chopped it up a bit, and that was it. I didn't think anything of it until my coworker asked if I had talked to her and told him, yeah. She DM'd me, but it was nothing. I told him. I guess she never knew that my partner was my co-worker as well. Later that night, she DM'd me again saying that your partner, aka co-worker, don't like you. She screenshot me messages of him telling her about the drama I'm having with my baby mama and saying that I'm no good. I told her thank you. I haven't ran into him at work yet, but I'm not sure what to do when I do. He definitely can have her. I'm not that type of guy to be fighting over a woman that was never mine. But I do want to address his actions on me and my personal life. Help me out, Truckcast. I'll be listening, and thanks in advance. Signed, Respect. So what do we think?
Yeah, we're gonna pass that to Brian.
What do we think about this, Brian?
Well, one thing I'll say, I respect them for being transparent about an issue, because one thing is men, a lot of times we lie and say we good when we ain't really good.
Facts.
So I was getting a little concerned as I was reading it first, because I was like, why are you dealing with this?
Right.
With this type, go where you celebrate it, not tolerate it. And also it's like if you know y'all dealing with the same person, like, we don't want to get comfortable in dysfunction, right? But also you got to understand the boundaries. Like I would say, oh, dude ain't your partner, and I would say create a safe place, meaning distance from you and him. And if it's worth it, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't about to rock with him,
right,
you can say your piece or whatever.
Right.
I'd say you can address it, but a lot of times it's uncomfortable addressing those things. But go to him like a man, and I ain't saying like a man when people say all buffed up.
Right.
In a respectful manner, like, man, I don't appreciate how you was coming at me or whatever. But if you're not even really trying to preserve the relationships, which I don't think you should, with him based on how he moved, because when people show you who they are, believe them.
Believe them.
I would say don't even rock with that, man. I ain't got nothing to say to you. Now, dealing with you and your personal relationship as far as your healing and forgiveness, you make it up in your heart and your mind, because I think that's cancerous and not good to not forgive people, because you're harboring stress in your body, which is not healthy.
Right.
But I say don't even rock with this dude, because he on some weak.
Yeah.
See,
I
had a situation like that happened to me back in high school though, and it was like, yo, we supposed to be like this.
Right.
Chick was my gal.
Damn.
So he under doing shit. I kind of find out like towards the end, and I'm like, man, she acting weird. Like, what's going on? Come to find out, he was fucking her for like 6 months.
Whoa.
And I'm like, damn, boy, I give you car rides to the house, to school. I graduated in Cyber Fall, and I'm driving from Titwell and Aldine Westwood.
You're gonna have to see me.
So, nah, I'm gonna tell you.
No,
one
I'm
thing,
just saying, like,
it's my thing is this. That's why I move like I move now. If you can even ask something.
Because that was in high school.
Right.
That shit would have broke a nigga heart.
Yeah.
And
So
made him
we
mad.
grown now. My thing is, if my partner, I look to see my partner into something, I don't give a fuck. Because I got a motto. If I shake your hand, any girl you touch is off limits.
Yeah,
Right.
I feel you.
Any girl you touch is off limits. I shake your fucking hand,
Right.
she off limits. But every nigga don't live by that code either.
All right, all.
So
And I also think, like, you know, just not trying to align. I don't want to align myself with no dude that ain't got no self control.
yeah, that's
Because
crazy.
if and I say this,
I like
even
that.
when it comes to business, if you can't be loyal to somebody you say you love, your wife or your girl, then how can I expect you to be loyal to me? Over
But see,
some money.
I'm glad you said that.
Over
So,
some money or something small like that, because really, when you talk about code, his codes are mixed up. And
but he ain't got no morals though.
yeah, he ain't got no more.
They ain't
so
even
he
about
don't
the
have
code
no
at that
morals?
point. Nigga ain't got no morals. Because my thing is, you my boy. There's no. First of all,
Yeah.
I don't even. We can all go out right now tonight. I don't feel like the three of us have the same interest in women.
Yeah.
That's number one.
Right.
I
Number
like
two, if you
midgets.
go, if you go, what?
Where the midgets at, baby?
You silly.
I ain't gonna lie. When
Small people.
One time.
Oh,
You got to. I ain't getting into that shit. I ain't getting into that.
that's an off-camera
Yeah,
conversation.
yeah. But you gotta know the type of niggas you roll with. man.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
And you made a statement about loyalty and love, and I always had this thing. It's always logic over emotion and loyalty over love. Because somebody that's loyal to you will never think twice of fucking you over. Love is an emotion, and it's hard. Sometimes even when you can be in love with a chick, you'll still cuss her the fuck out.
Yeah.
But it's because you upset, you emotional. But the loyalty will keep you from stepping out on her, from
Right.
putting your hands on her,
Right.
from doing a certain, like you'll go to a certain level when you got loyalty for somebody. It'll only get to a certain point of, are you violating me? I'm gonna holler at you about it.
Right.
Loyalty gonna make you have that conversation.
Well, I would go as far as to say that loyalty is a part of love.
Yeah.
Yeah,
can
and
see
I'm
that.
only saying
I
it
can
because
see that.
Yeah.
I used to agree exactly what you said, and I remember Tupac made a statement about love and then respect too. But then I thought about love. I said, you know what? With love, if I look at the definition,
Yeah.
let's think of. I'm gonna take it to the Bible on y'all. 1 Corinthians 13.
Come on now.
Show the shirt.
Come
Show
on
the
now.
shirt. Show the shirt.
God is dope. Love is patient. Love is kind. Right? Just on that. It holds no record of wrong. Bam, bam, bam. You know what I'm saying? It goes in. Right?
Thanks.
None of that is emotion. And I thought about it, like, think about it with fathers, right? What makes you get up? I mean, what make you do what you do for your kids, bro? That's love. That, because I don't be feeling like getting up. I don't feel like making all these sacrifices. I don't make, but I make that decision
Right.
because and that. But I'm loyal to that. I'm loyal to my commitment. So you're right, 100% with the loyalty aspect, because loyalty has to be there. But you got to be committed to your commitment. But I think the only thing that can make a marriage, a relationship, or anything stay true, even through with your partner, because you're gonna go through things. We're elevating, we're growing at different times. Is that commitment to our commitments to make us say, you know what? You know what I'm saying? I know we had our rough spots, but yo, you still my bro. Like, I still love you, dog. You know what I'm saying? Or I still love, and that's gonna, excuse me, that's gonna supersede.
Right.
That's gonna supersede any emotion, because the messed up thing about emotions is,
Can't
I could
control
love this girl,
At
I
all.
could think that she's beautiful, but at the end of the day, somebody else could walk past, and if you're not in control of your emotions, that dog nature gonna come out. That tongue gonna come out, you're gonna be right.
But see,
about
when you
action.
say that, you say.
But you gotta have that discipline, that humility, and that commitment, you know, to make a decision. Cause I gotta choose peace when I'm mad.
Come on now.
I gotta choose love.
Logic over emotion.
Logic
Come on
over
now.
emotion. Logic, 100% logic.
Logic over emotion.
Yeah.
And the problem with it is this the thing. You gotta communicate. I mean, you gotta commit to communication in order to commit to me.
Yeah.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? If you
Gotcha.
commit to you with your partner through communication, y'all can damn near get through anything.
Anything.
Because even when I'm mad, say, hey, I need a couple minutes, whatever. Sometimes you get that partner or you that person where you pushing because you want to solve problem solvers.
Yeah,
Right.
problems.
By nature, we want to, hey, what's wrong? And I'm one of those people that's like, if I feel like something wrong, I'm going to do my best to fix it. But if you don't allow me to fix it, I'm gonna end up looking like, well, fuck it.
Yeah. That happened to me on a show. The chick was talking about an issue
Yeah.
that shit never brought up to me until we was on the camera, ironically, in front of production. I'm like, okay, what are you talking about? I said, okay, well, let's get a solution. Tell me exactly what you mean. But you
Right.
you're not articulating yourself to be telling me what you mean, and you don't have a solution because you can't even explain to me what's going on.
And I don't understand that with people.
So I always say this: your emotions should be the passenger, not the driver. And a
on,
red
man.
flag for
Come
me
on
in a
now.
relationship
Man.
Come
is
on
somebody
now.
who is extremely emotional. Why? Because I know that you may care about me, but you are a prisoner to your emotions, so I can't trust you. That's the same chick that'll call the police on you, but still tell you she loves you, and that's why y'all always having makeup sex. You know what I'm
I ain't
saying?
a fan of that shit.
Dropping
Always, because now
Hey, don't make me mad if you want to fuck. I'm not with all that shit.
You not with
I ain't all that shit.
be the best though.
No, it ain't like,
Sorry, mama.
hey, I'm with,
Be the best.
yeah, I'm with the shit, but it's like, no, it's cool to do it sometimes.
Right.
But
Yeah.
come on, we can't be arguing all the
toxic
time.
now.
Yeah.
Don't make me some tacos.
Right.
Why they gotta be the go-to though? Make me a steak or some shit.
Because
Make me
guess
feel
what?
Special.
Because
not
what?
I got the little red thing around the bologna, man. You got me
Make me
fucked
some
up.
Semito's crunch.
You got me fucked up. Yeah, hey, I'm a sandwich nigga. I ain't gonna lie.
you a sandwich
Hey, I'm a
nigga?
sandwich. Listen, hey, we could be mad and make us talk about bagel, make me a sandwich.
Bologna, ham,
Now I gotta be fucking honey ham, yo.
Honey ham?
Listen,
Honey ham do be hitting,
honey ham, mayonnaise,
Okay.
motherfucking some cheese,
Oh, got yeah.
and we
What
do
type of
some
sauce,
honey
though?
wheat bread. Though.
Hold on, what the chips
honey
say?
wheat bread.
It always gotta be them bag of chips. It depends on how
I like Lay's.
I might get sour cream.
Ooh,
Sour
Sometimes I do the sour cream.
Right.
Sometimes I eat
I
the
like
barbecue.
I
It
like
don't matter.
the
You do the sex right, I get bougie and give you some sun chips.
Ooh, you must say sun chips. You silly. Shout out to Respect.
Shout out to sun chips.
Shout out
The
to-
orange bag.
Shout out to Respect for sending us this truck fashion. Hey, I hope you just listened and
Yeah.
got this master class that you just
Now
got
some
from-
G shit. He was
from
never your
Brian.
friend from the beginning,
Never.
big dog.
Never.
G shit. He was never your friend from the beginning, and a lot of times we allow ourselves to believe that someone has the potential to change. You have to get to a point in your life where you gotta stop falling in love with the potential of a person.
Come on now.
And you only turn a snake if you're in a snake pit.
Right.
Yeah.
And
if
this
you walk past your desk, stick your leg out and clip it.
yeah, do
Okay?
some scandalous
Facts,
shit. Fuck it.
facts,
Clip it.
facts.
And then help them up, and then y'all could try to
You gotta gut check the motherfucking pick them up. We good, yeah. Right?
Yeah, all right? You know what I'm saying? If y'all got a locker room, handle that shit.
Yeah, that's a
Put some
fact.
laxatives in his
That's
coffee.
a fact. That's a fact.
Laxative in this car. All right, make sure you guys
Take all the toilet paper out the bathroom. afterwards.
continue to send us those truck
Take the labels
fashions
off the can.
at truckcast2018@gmail.com. Truckcast2018@gmail.com. All right, let's get into these questions.
Before we get into questions for the IG watchers that's watching right now, I'm a guest on Truckcast. This is my brother Humvee and my other brother Brian. Just so y'all know, this is not mine. I am a guest on Truckcast, but it's always showing love. I'm always working.
Always working. Thank you so much, man.
And I ain't
sure.
got no job. My mama, no, I'm just playing. Y'all don't stop.
Don't believe.
I
Don't believe
can't
it.
edit that. I can't. I'm allowed.
just
I
playing.
can't edit
I
that.
got a job. Okay.
All right, I like to start off with a true and false question all the time. So let's start off with a true and false question, and let me know what you guys think. All right, here we go. A man will never cheat if he's well fed, given hot sex, and peace.
What is cold sex?
True or false?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I know you don't want it.
What's cold sex is like? She's just laying there.
I know you don't
The
want it.
AC up too high and the fan
I know
on.
you don't want it.
All right, cool.
True or
okay.
false? A man will never cheat if he's well fed, given hot
Nah, that's
sex,
fucking
and
false.
peace.
It's false. It's false.
Absolutely false.
It's false.
It's false because number one, I could cook for my motherfucking self. That's number one.
I can't cook.
Yeah, we discussed that one time before. I don't know. That's weird.
Air fryer, bro.
Air fry.
Now, awesome. I got an air fryer. I can't use that. Man, look. I can't. I don't even know why I bought the motherfucker. Give me the stove.
And you be cooking.
Give me a stove. I'm a stove nigga.
Yeah.
Give me that goddamn electronic, man. I don't know what the fuck. Push the fish. Fuck that. Filet mignon, put that shit on the skillet. Yo, I ain't got time. But no, that's false. I'm being all honestly, man, you really want your man not to cheat, man, you have to understand that we need the same things y'all require. Meaning, we want to be communicated to, we want our emotions to be heard. You know, it has nothing to do with food and great sex. Because I tell women this all the time. Okay, after you fuck me good, then what? Then what? Can you hold a conversation? What the fuck are your goals? Do you have any type of ambition, any drive to get anywhere? Where are we going with this? Yeah. And this is the thing, I tell men this all the time. If you allow a woman to get to the point to ask you, what are we? You might as well leave her. Because she's already on the road to go on.
Yeah, a lot of times she asked that question after y'all done already done some we are something type activities. But I would say that so that's not smart women. Ask it beforehand, don't ask afterwards. Or don't ask right when y'all
put the hand on your chest. Like this,
moment.
Put the hand on the chest.
Whatever.
So what are we?
What did they say when they start drawing on your chest, they about to ask you a dumb question?
Oh yeah, once you get that, I ain't trying to fuck the mood up, man. Bullshit.
No, but to answer the question, man, ain't nothing you can do to make a man not cheat.
No.
It's all about his integrity and his discipline.
Come on now.
And even I know some men that like they're decent guys, but they just are ruled by their emotions and they have no sexual discipline, so they don't know how to pass it up. I'm gonna be honest with you. So it don't matter how freaky, how beautiful you are, how good you can cook, the flesh is never satisfied. So unless he's able to really love on you, first love himself,
right,
and be disciplined enough to love on you, he gonna constantly be.
Correct.
So is do you guys think monogamy is a thing? And
it's definitely.
It can be a thing in a relationship.
It's possible. It's definitely possible. But again, what he said, I give you the best analogy I can give anybody with this. A dog that's neutered still humps something.
He said a dog that's neutered.
You're right.
A dog that got clipped still hump.
And see, when a relationship, it all boils down to the core values. The problem is people date people that they are attracted to. They look at these career things which have nothing to do with your ability to be in a relationship, and they say this person would be a good fit, and their core values don't align to yours. And now this you got this guy who want to be young, wild, and free, even though he old, dusty, and crusty.
Right.
And then you got this lady who figuring maybe she want to be with this person, or she's like, I'm getting up in age, I want to be married, or whatever the case may be. And if your core values don't align, and if that discipline don't align, it ain't gonna work. So of course, based off a discipline standpoint, monogamy can be done because there are people that are effectively doing it at a high level.
Right.
But most people,
the everyday working woman and working man.
The monogamy thing for me, I keep telling you, like, at some point we commit to the wrong things. Like you it's like, all right, we together, so I'm committing to. You don't even know what the fuck you committing to. You just saying we together. What the fuck are we committing that this is about to lead to marriage? Are we committing that this is just a fling? Things that come in with that. So it's kind of something that I felt like over the years of dating and my fuck ups on my own, I kind of was like, I gotta start learning to commit to the
black men don't cheat. We perfect. We gonna roll with that.
I'm not rolling with that shit. Just because I got a bad influence shirt on, I'm a bad influence. Real shit, man.
Black men don't cheat.
Nah, they cheat like a motherfucker, man. Y'all niggas, y'all like
that much.
Y'all love, man. But this
on
is the
Tuesdays.
Thing. My thing is this: the black man, that narrative, right? Black men don't cheat, right? It's a funny thing, but there are black men out there that don't. But the problem is, you know why? They don't get spoken on because we call them cornballs like Russell Wilson. He a square, this, that, and the third.
You just hit on a good point.
But at what point, my thing is this. I'm 35 now, right? I'm 35, my bad. 35. I am 30 fucking fine. Nah. At the age that I'm at now, man, it's like, fucking all these women do what now? Because at the end of the day, I got to look back and be like, it's a real shit, and it has nothing to do with me having my little girl now. It's just me being at the age that I am with growth. You did all that and hurt all these women knowing you never was going to commit to none of them. What does that say about you?
Yep.
You was just sowing your all oats.
But
I understand what I'm saying. At some point, it's almost like working at a job. And it's like, all right, I'm a regular, we'll say a salesperson. I work at the register. I've been at this job 5 to 10 years, and I'm still at the register.
Right.
There's no growth.
Yeah, that
So why are you not trying to elevate as a person? Every relationship you're supposed to heal from and elevate, but we don't. Men do not take the time to heal from relationships. We'll jump in the next one, and then it's like you carrying that dead weight.
But that's why it's important
women do that too now.
No, but understand
Women do that too now.
what I'm
But
saying with
that's
us.
why it's important to define manhood, because in our society, defining when they talk about attributes for a man, men are respected based on how much they're able to earn, based on a lot of things that support things that have no depth to it. You know what I'm saying? They want women to become wives. But now it's kind of shifting where women want to become more successful in this. And now we have a society where it's like people are desiring to have things that really don't have no depth. So it's not, people not applying enough pressure for men to not to do what they supposed to do. Like, you can have some dudes that go out and they be like, bruh, like, ain't nobody gonna check a dude for not taking care of his kids or cheating on his girl like he's supposed to, like they should.
We don't
check
do
him
it
for his
openly.
shoes.
We don't do it openly.
No, they'll shame him.
I don't got no homeboys that don't take care. I wish
they'll talk about it.
Yeah,
but you know, you want it's sad, bro. Like, it's a lot. There's not enough like true accountability in a sense where but a lot of people can't say nothing. They might think it's wrong, but if my shit stink real bad, I can't say nothing to you because hey, look, when we go out, if we go out and I'm trying to sneak and do the same thing, I really can't say nothing to you.
That's a fact.
I think that's why, you know, it's like
just give you that look like,
I ain't gonna say that.
Man, hey,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm probably the worst single. I'm the worst single friend to go out with.
Why?
Because I ain't condoning it.
Yeah, that's good. Though.
I ain't condoning it.
I agree, and that's how.
Hey, I'm serious. I got you, DB, Tut. Anybody, man. Once we go out, I know you're in a relationship, and I see you do some shit. I'm gonna tap you. Hey, if this is what you do, I'm finna go.
Yeah,
I'm finna fucking leave, dog. I'm not, because my thing is this. I've been that scapegoat too fucking long with, oh, you know how Del P is. Now we fit to kill that fucking narrative. Del P ain't on none of that type time. So now, by any means, do you. But don't use me as your alibi, dog. I'm done with that part of my life. Fuck no.
I like it. All right,
so that's false to that true or false question.
It's false. It's false. Let's get to these questions. We were talking about role reversal in there, and everybody's seen the what was the girl that went down on bended knee. The Boys Man, remember that? Bended knee.
I couldn't remember the lyrics. I was finna sing with y'all. I couldn't remember the lyrics. I had you for
Bended knee, where you at, man? He don't know the song.
Hey, man.
No, she got on bended knee and proposed to a guy. If you look, the young lady that got down on bended knee, she had short hair. The guy had long hair. That was just a take that I took from it. You know, if you saw the dynamic right there, that meant something. You know what I'm saying? Look at it again. But anyway, what do you guys think of that when it comes to the role reversal?
How that song go? Hell no. To the no.
Hell to the no.
No, we ain't doing that shit over here, yo. Like, nah, we can't. I'm gonna tell you why. I am a traditional guy on the cool. I take tradition to it as far as I can go, right?
Right.
I still believe that if a woman has her father, whether she has a relationship or not, I will still try to find a way to have that conversation. Still his daughter.
Absolutely.
Still have that conversation with that woman. Okay. Hey, if you don't have a relationship with your father or uncle, I need to holler at somebody, some type of male. We gotta, as men, we gotta keep some type of tradition in there, and it goes back to what I was saying earlier. A lot of these narratives that are painted, and it's no shine or shitting on women. A lot of these narratives are painted from women where you be like, oh, he a man child, or you know,
you were saying that,
right? You know, you can't raise a man. All these things are coming from a woman's perspective. Right. So when you hear from a man, it's like, yo, there's no book on how to be a man. There's no book on that. As a man, you got to figure out so many things at once, right? And I've had a conversation with we'll use Donnie from Diamond Lounge podcast, and I explained to her, when men grow up, you got to be the man of the house. If there's not a man there present, there's no fucking rule book, dog. So when you growing up, you're trying to figure it out, and this is when women be like, well, women mature faster than men, that's because you're groomed to mature faster than us.
Right.
Not right or wrong. So if a woman is told, protect your body, your little coochie is golden. Don't give it to everybody. But we player, do your thing.
Right.
Go ahead and rock out.
So
It psychologically messes us up because it's like every man wants to finally, once you get a certain age, a man do want to become a better version of himself.
Yes.
But it becomes a struggle because
Especially
I don't
when
have
you
an
have kids.
instruction book. We winging it. It's no excuse, but we winging it.
Right.
So for me, it's all right to have your woman make more money than you. I'm cool with that.
You cool with that?
I'm cool with that.
Okay.
It's all right to have your woman.
Baby.
It's all right for your woman to have a higher education than you. I'm cool with that.
You cool with that?
But at some point, as a man, you just still gotta be a man.
Well, and
You-
this what I say about it.
Go ahead.
When I see a woman, I mean, I looked up the stats. Only 5% of women do propose to men. 5.
Man, that's large.
But that's a larger
percent,
percentage.
So it's actually happening a little more than we even think.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
It
I'll
ain't
say
happening here.
this: psychologically, I want to know like what she done been through,
That's what I was saying.
or
I
like
wanna
if
have
she
that
done had a
conversation.
father in her life, because there's no way, in just in my opinion,
You
that
right.
a man that's raising his daughter to be a young queen, to be strong, to be loving, to be compassionate, nurturing, and to know how to, love and honor and respect herself.
Right.
Facts.
Is gonna have like with a dude that's gonna be okay with you doing that. And if I had a girl to do that, I'd be like, yo, chill out. Yo, what you I'm gonna run in your mouth for trying to record that and post that, cause that's embarrassing as hell. And we're gonna have a talk like, baby, what's going on? so I wanna know.
So if it happened to you, Brian, are you saying yes? And then having a
Right.
conversation?
Come on now. Are you gonna say yes?
Hey, I'm gonna do one of
I'll
these.
be
though.
honest with you, my girl wouldn't do nothing like that.
But
Okay.
if
She'll
it
probably
happens,
hit me in the stomach if I even asked her to.
hey,
chill.
I'm telling you,
Yeah,
if a woman ever proposed to me, I swear to God, it's gonna look like we praying. She dropped her knee, I'm gonna get
I'ma
down.
get down there with it too.
Yes, Lord, you probably God, Lord. I swear to God, I love you. Hey, I'm getting right down there. If I see it, I'm no.
down right
Yes,
with
yes,
it.
yes, yes, yes.
gonna play it off.
Yeah,
You gonna
man.
play it off?
Yeah,
Play it off.
yeah.
I want to know what's going on, because I mean, and I
Y'all
don't
silly,
like
man. Y'all
I don't like
silly.
this wave of people making everything okay. There has to be
Yes,
boundaries in
come on,
society.
man.
Now, I'm
Come
not
on.
saying that we're not going to have flexibility, and I don't want to be marginalized then and controlled by certain things, but there are certain things that like a woman can't do everything a man can do.
We are
and
not
a
the
man
same.
can't do everything a
But
woman can
that's
do.
like what I said.
And
We
it's
are
a
not the
reason
same.
why we're different, and we bring different things to the table, just like the body functions work together, the elbow, the shoulder, the ears, the nose, one common goal, but we have different roles.
Right.
And sometimes because of dysfunction, it's 7 or 8 to 1 women to men.
Yeah.
And then that's at a school to prison pipeline. That's how the men die from heart disease and stuff more. Let's add out homicide from aggressor. Let's add up war. That's why we got less. You know what I'm saying? So you think about all that. Then you got less men in a household. So you got women stepping up doing more. So it's creating a complex. And then I think some higher society things that really don't care about our community are always going to support stuff that create division between the men and women in our
glad you
community.
said
So they always going to be
That's something to
okay
think about.
with
Yeah.
some bullcrap with daddies not being in the house.
So-
They're always going to be okay with women emasculating
come
or,
on
or demasculating. I don't know if I'm using it right.
You're right.
And
You're
they
right.
becoming super hyper aggressive and stuff like that. Not to say that the women got to be all soft and spoken, nothing like that. But you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is I think it's a bigger agenda, and I don't agree with it.
All right.
And I think a man should be a man, a woman should be a woman. But what does being a man look like? I ain't just saying that a man got to make every single decision and a woman needs to be subservient and stuff like that. I'm not saying that, but a woman getting on her knees to propose to a man, nah.
So this is the best, and not two analogies I can use. There's no way, like we talked about it earlier.
I know, right?
You're not gonna let the woman change. If your
My
woman
bad.
know how to change
Sorry.
her brakes, you still gonna go out there and change brakes even though you don't know how, right? So I got this thing. I'm gonna always go build the garden for my wife or my woman and allow her to plant her seeds. That's how you grow.
Yeah.
build the foundation for her, allow her to plant her seeds, and it'll flourish. You can give a woman $500, she gonna find a way to bring it more. She gonna bring you back
Yeah,
more.
oh yeah, definitely.
So it's one of those things like you gotta pick. As men, we gotta get better with the picking and choosing that we do. Like this one ain't set up for you, and you're man, she can work. We can work it out. Bullshit, man.
We also gotta be honest with ourselves about this. Another thing that destroys this narrative that women can do everything a man can do, and a man can do everything a woman can do. Men and women are hardwired different. Period. Just with the genetic makeup of physically, and then the way we're hardwired. Like that's the reason why women release different hormones during sex, and men don't. That doesn't happen with men. So men are,
And they got that grabber.
they got that.
It's a side note, but they got the grabber, bro. We don't have that.
Right.
And women got that.
Right, I get you.
And it's like, yeah.
But listen, like men are more logical, and it's not always the case. There are exceptions to every rule, and so it's gonna be a different way of how we respond and react to certain things. But the problem is we get outside of the bounds of how we are supposed to grow in our development, and it's these environments that we're in are so dysfunctional, and then you got all this propaganda trying to pour in the bull crap, make us to think and act a certain way, and now it's just all destroying the family.
It's okay.
But see,
remove the men from the home and let the women propose to the men.
I'm gonna say this, we can go to this because I be trying to stay away from this, but this shit has been going on since back slavery.
Yeah.
We take the men out the household, make the women more dominant, and we'll never be able to work together. That's why black men and black women cannot fucking function together. It's a struggle for us because we've been apart for so many years. That's why you fight with your brother and with your sister.
Come on now.
You're right.
It's a psychological thing that's been done to us years ago.
Not to add all these hormones and stuff that get in the food. Hey, y'all stop feeding y'all kids. They've done studies on the brain with cognitive brain function and development. If your kids eating sweets and McDonald's and stuff all the day, you are doing a disservice to your kids. I'm serious.
Like we cook over here. Chef Dale like a motherfucker.
We eat cereal over here. I mean,
yeah, you do.
What?
You do. Shout out, hey, I gotta take this straight before we go to this, man. It's a great dad for the record, man. I love what he does with his daughter. He got videos and does things and teaches her and shows her love and affection openly. He actually inspired me to start doing lives with my daughter. That's why you're starting to see her more.
That's what's up, man.
That's why you see my daughter more, because it's like a thing that he does. And I was like, you know what? That's a different type of love and affection. So, and I mean, I got my boys too, but it's like, you've seen my kids, but it's like a more sensitive side to Del P in a sense, just to bring light to that so people don't be like, next question.
Be a father to your child.
You better be a father to your child and get the fuck out of here, yo. Like,
we get jumped.
yeah.
Your kids get
Next
jumped.
question: with role reversal becoming more prevalent in today's society, are men relieved of their responsibilities as protector and provider in the household?
How can I politically say this?
No, man. Just
No.
say it.
Yeah, you know
exactly.
what? Hey, I got Brian in here to clean up because I'm bad influence and God is dope. I'm bad influence tonight. Hey, you can't be out here being no bitch ass dude, man.
Yeah.
Like, you can't, and I get mad at these younger cats that's younger than us, man. And I tell them, like, you can't be 25 and don't know how to change a goddamn tire. Or you don't know how to change oil. You don't know how to do all these other things. You gotta learn to explain these things, and that's on us. You know what I mean? If these guys are younger than us, then it's our job to go back and be like, hey man, if you don't know how to do it, I'll show you.
Coach them, teach them.
You gotta coach them. You gotta teach them.
Redirect them.
Yeah, but this shit. I think the thing is, the narrative is, we gotta stop with women belong in a house or she belongs to cook and clean. I'm a big advocate of whoever get home first, cook.
Okay.
Come up with systems.
Or come up with a system, dog.
Yeah.
Or a
Teamwork
game
make the
plan.
dream work.
Man, what?
Right.
This is my thing.
I like that.
If you overlove your partner,
It becomes toxic.
If you overlove,
you overlove your partner, it becomes
It's
toxic.
just like a toxic.
You should never be.
Yes and
This is
no.
my thing. Women and men tend to do this thing where I'ma outlove you.
Wow.
I'm gonna outlove you, and it's like you don't really psychologically realize that sometimes
So
until
it's a
you
competition.
yeah, and it's like, well, I did this for you, so what are you gonna do this? Like, it's a bullshit competition that we're going through, but it goes back to men and women not really trying to. We don't know how to fucking coincide with each other
Well, not love, because it's like as a result of. I love you as a result of, and that's not love.
at all.
But I would say, man, to answer the question, it's hard for a man to be priest, provider, and protector when he's never seen a real example of it. And all this toxic masculinity out here saying that you're not hyper masculine, hyper aggressive, or an athlete, then you're not really a man.
And you got all these fucking Kirks leading the way.
Yeah. So they try to,
Love and hip hop.
yeah. So they try to make you feel like this is how you be a man. This is how you and all this
shit.
stuff. And a lot of times that stuff ain't even legit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with you. I became a better man when I learned how to be more patient in a situation.
Come on, man.
At the gym, instead of like cussing somebody like, what's up then? You know what I'm saying? It's more I was learning how to communicate effectively and rule my emotions. Because guess what? As a father, when my daughter do something, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta have a high level of patience.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Definitely.
It's like you got chaos going on. And a lot of people parent through their pain, so they're up there being emotional. And I don't got no problem. I don't got no problem with you whooping your kid. But if you whooping your kid because you mad, that's abuse. You need to whoop them because that's what's needed in that moment. But guess
Right.
what? All parenting is a mirror. All a relationship is a mirror. Because now, whenever you don't clean up, somebody can see it and hold you accountable. Whenever you ain't disciplined and you always late, guess what? Your kids, y'all definitely always gonna be late. Because imagine trying to get somebody ready, especially a little girl. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to get so all that stuff, it's just a mirror. And the problem is we don't have any true examples of that. We don't have enough true examples of what real masculinity looks like, or what real love and man, crying, being able to express yourself emotionally, being emotionally competent and stable is real adulting in manhood to me. And that's how you can provide and protect, because then you ain't put yourself in a dumb position, put your life in jeopardy, doing something stupid.
And
you know
I want to
saying?
say this too, man. It's nothing wrong with your woman holding a certain type of weight in a household.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make you less of a man if you cooking in the house or you washing dishes, you washing, doing laundry. There's nothing wrong with that. These are household things.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's adulting.
Yeah, it's adulting.
This is the shit you do if you by
Washing
yourself.
clothes, folding clothes.
So for me, it's one of them things like, yo, I tell people this shit all the time.
Yeah.
Yo, if you trying to marry a person, and everybody don't agree, I would rather live with you first before we get married, because if I can't function with how you move in the household, I married you already. Now I'm sticking to the marriage. It's like I'm trying to stick through it.
Yeah.
No, you should have went through these trials and tribulations before we said I do.
And that's why I think premarital counseling and therapy is something you should be proactive about as opposed to reactive. And you got to go in there being, I can't be with nobody I can't be emotionally naked with. And like, you got to be my best friend, because I got to let you know, like, yo, this is something I struggle with. And look, I'm going to need you to have some grace, because that's going to be areas where I'm going to need to have grace with her. You know what I'm saying? Because
you're definitely going to walk out of there looking at each other different.
Yeah, because I may operate at a high level in this area, but in this other area, I'm remedial. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So even with saying that, I tell people, I actually had this conversation with a friend of mine, and she was fussing about them moving. He got to do this, that, and the third. I said, well, if he's not making an initiative and y'all are living together, why you don't pick up his slack? There's nothing wrong with picking up your partner's slack.
That's a great idea. So I seen this thing, man. It was called "Why Did I Get Married" by Eric Thomas. Check it out on YouTube.
Okay. And
he said he got married. The first 4 years of his marriage was horrible, but he's been married for 30 years. The last 26 years have been amazing.
Come on, man.
He said he would say that she wasn't clean enough. She said, you need to get a new washing machine. Get a new washer, still don't clean. You need to get a dishwasher. Still don't clean. You need to get a new iron board. Still don't iron. And stuff like that. Right. And he said God revealed to him that seed what you need. The law of love is reciprocation. So it's not 50-50, it's 100.
Hold on. Say that shit one more time.
The law of love is reciprocation. It's not 50-50, it's 100. And I learned from becoming a father that I need to serve. I love giving my daughter a bath. teaching her how to be potty trained, changing diapers, putting lotion on her, being patient. Hey,
Yeah,
baby girl,
me and my
come
daughter
on,
got a lotion
crawl.
song.
So like, yeah, like
got
brush
a
your
lotion
teeth. We got to put Elmo brush your teeth to get them to brush
Now
your
I got
teeth.
the lotion song.
Oh, the lotion
You
song?
made it up, huh?
I made it up.
Oh, see, that's dope.
What
That's
do we do?
Love.
Rub our arms, rub our arms,
See?
rub our
Yeah,
that's love,
Stay with my
man.
little
That's
girl,
what's
man.
up.
So he
That's
said she wouldn't do it. So he said God revealed to him, you do it. How you gonna complain about something that you're not doing? So he started doing all of that at a high level, and guess what? She jumped on board, start doing the stuff, and it's not like it may not happen today, it may not happen a week.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you got to be committed to doing it and being that example. And
Facts.
listen, it's gonna come on.
especially
see what you need.
especially as a man, because a man, to me, we have a lot more patience than women,
Absolutely.
and we can take constructive criticism, and we can actually do the
But
work
let me ask
without getting bitter and upset about it and leaving.
Right. So here's the thing. We gotta lead by example, right? That
Yeah.
goes back to what you're saying. Oh, was she doing this, and this? Sometimes I know a couple women who don't know how to wash, who don't know how to cook. But then if you know how to cook, you want to be an asshole about it. Well, she ain't cooking and she ain't cleaning. If she don't know how, as a partner, you gotta fucking teach her.
Y'all can work together.
You gotta
man.
teach her, right? So even with that being said, it's one of these things where, like you said, men are more patient than women, right? But a woman becomes more patient when you lead by example.
Come on now.
Well, I tell you what, I think a woman should be submissive. And up, y'all about to get. But
They
guess
don't like
what?
that word.
Guess what though?
No, they don't like the way
This-
some of them
this
use
the
it. The
problem.
way he about to
This
say
the
it's gonna be
problem.
different, dog.
Go ahead.
God told the men to be submissive to him first. So if I'm submissive to
Give me a
the
Nigerian
Almighty
woman.
Creator, that's gonna have my integrity, my humility, all that in line. It's gonna be easy.
It's
'Cause
automatic.
as a former athlete, when you got a coach that you know, you trust, that
Yeah.
you know love you and care about you,
Right.
you'll run through a wall.
Yeah.
No questions. I
Come
got
on,
you,
man.
coach.
Yeah.
And then you know what I'm saying? You're gonna trust that leadership. And leadership ain't always me telling you what to do. It's
No.
me understanding, hey, look, baby, you got this. There's something you're more
And we
disciplined
gotta
and
get better with
organized than
that.
me. So you got this. Just let me know how I can support you in this situation. Or like it's teamwork make the dream work. I say you come up with systems in the house
Of course.
that work with cleaning, with cooking,
That's
with
all
all
it
that.
takes.
Because that's what the kids gonna watch. When you got dirty kids, probably because you trifling and dirty. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Because kids are naturally don't want to clean up. But guess what? If you put systems in place and you're disciplining them and you're communicating with them at a high level and you're holding them accountable, I always say this: the change I want to see must first begin in me. And if it is up to be, it is up to me. So at the end of the day, if you on point, anything that's connected to you is going to start being on point.
Right.
It's a reason why the Patriots were a dominant team for 20-some years. And
Discipline.
everybody that played for them say the same thing. It's the Patriot way. In your house, in my house, it's the Carroll way. It's going to be the Carroll way. When I get married, it's going to be the Carroll way.
on now.
And we're going to make it happen. It's going to be the Del P way, the truck way, truck cast way.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
The
You know?
Humvee way.
Humvee.
Yeah,
It's going down in
and
a
it's
major
nothing-
way.
And the thing is, one of the things before we go to the next question,
Yeah.
as men, if y'all gonna listen to this, I want to point
Man, this
something
been a
out.
Great show.
Even if you decide to lead, you have to speak when you make the mistakes, so your team understands that mistake was made. A lot of times, as men, will fuck up in that house, and we just won't say nothing.
Don't say nothing.
Feeling like nobody fucking knows.
Right,
The
right.
kids see it, the wife sees it.
Yeah, they see.
They see it.
Man, come
You know
on.
how they see it? That's like your little girl hearing the keys, and she ready to go to that car. That's two things you need to pay attention to. She either know you're not coming back, or she know you're going somewhere that she wants to go to. But you got to define what that reason is. Sometimes your wife ain't gonna always ask you where you going because she know where
Right,
you're going.
right,
She know
right.
you're coming back.
Yeah,
But if she got a question where you going, she feel like you're not coming back.
Like you about to go see
I guess we need to change that
Tina.
narrative.
Tina
Yeah.
on the corner.
Let's go to the next question, man.
All right, let me keep going. When a man finally starts and tries to understand his woman and begins to empathize and embrace femininity in his being, does his woman begin to lose respect for him as a man? You know, do women see that as weakness? Do women want sensitive men?
I think women want men to be tapped into their emotions in the right way.
Okay.
And I say that to say,
Video.
this about to be a sensitive This is gonna be a
Makes sense.
sensitive response because of something going on personally with somebody I'm cool with.
Gotcha.
Men gotta be better with expressing their emotions in a positive manner.
Mm-hmm.
We always want to get aggressive and yell at our women, cuss our women out, put our hands on our women, disrespect our women, make our women uncomfortable, degrade them. We always manage to know how to fucking do that. But then when it comes to tapping, if you're gonna be a man, tap into your emotions and go, hey, it's one of them things, she had a bad day. Listen to her bad day. That's part of being in tune with your emotions.
Rub her scalp.
Rub her feet in a public environment.
Yeah.
These are different things you just gotta fucking do. And for me, like I said, I've been through my own personal shit,
Right.
but I also preach all the time, hey, if you're gonna tap into your goddamn emotions, learn to ask her about her day outside of her day. And if you don't understand what the fuck that
Come on
means,
now. I
then
like
why
that.
the fuck you in a relationship?
I like that. I like that.
I need to know, how was your day outside of your day? Meaning,
For
all
treat
right,
that shit.
you had work, you had the kids, I haven't made it home. All these things is, hey, where your emotions at today? And if she do got a bad day, anybody that knows me personally, I would tell you, hey, go take a moment to yourself, come back to me, we'll talk about it.
Yeah,
And I leave it just like
you can
that.
say that. Though.
Create a
Yeah,
balance, man. Have the how can I serve you mentality, but I think it depends on a woman, because a lot of women say they want a sensitive man,
They do.
but they don't really want a sensitive man. They just want the man that they're with to open up to them.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people, we struggle with really articulating what we're trying to say. So we'll say be a man, and what they're saying is grow up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Grow
saying?
up, but understand.
Grow
them.
up but understand me. So what we
Mhm.
have to understand is like some things are defined depending on that person's definition of what they're going through in that situation, because they're speaking through that from that trauma and that dysfunction that they're actually going through.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it's going to require, when a woman says that they want a man that's more sensitive and in tune with his emotional side, that's going to require him to change, but it's also going to require her to change, because she's going to have to adjust to somebody who's became emotionally intelligent. And a lot of times the issues that we're struggling with as men with the hyper aggressiveness is displaced anger. That's why dudes get in arguments at the basketball court and then somebody get killed over a basketball game.
Hey, that shit is
And then
real.
the pride, and it just goes and it compounds, and it does that in relationships. That's why people ain't willing to say I'm sorry, or people all the time, I'm trying to be the first one, but you said you love this person, right? And love don't never make sense, because love is removed emotions, and we are naturally emotional beings. So you remove what's natural to do what's best.
I got a logic with that.
You know what I'm saying?
I refuse to get into, I only argue when my relationship is in jeopardy.
Hold on. Is it arguing, or are you?
Do you understand what I mean when I
A
say that?
strong conversation.
That's what I'm saying when I say that. Everything isn't a fight, everything isn't a battle, right?
Right.
Women, lack of better words, complain more than we do.
Mm-hmm.
But that results of us being problem solvers. Most of the time it's an issue, we sit back, all right, that's how I'm gonna execute it, and I'm done with it. Right? But when women ask for us to be in tune with our emotions, you gotta learn the difference when a woman's communicating to you that, hey, I have a problem with something. I don't have a problem with you, but I have a problem with something you're doing.
Yeah.
We have to learn to get in tune with that
That's
part.
That's key. That's a human
That
nature
you got to
part.
get in tune with that
Yeah,
part.
right.
Separating the
You
action
gotta-
from the
Exactly.
identity.
It's like the woman loves you. She just don't like what you did.
Right.
But
Right.
then
You gotta do
you gotta
these
be able to
things, bro.
embrace.
Wipe
But,
your butt.
but you exactly.
She ain't saying she hates you.
Yeah,
Wipe your
and-
butt.
but that's what women mean when it's like get in tune with it. If I'm coming to you and I'm complaining to you about something, you got to be able to receive that. Don't, man, you tripping, you bitching about
Right.
this, that, and the third. No, sit your ass down and fucking listen.
You know,
And when you listen to comprehend, not to understand, to comprehend.
You know, a big issue with that a lot of times is people, when somebody got to keep repeating themselves about something.
That shit is
Probably
tragic.
because you don't really want to change. And the only reason why you're kind of doing something about it for a little bit is because they're complaining about it. But the problem, a lot of times, that's why I say your core values got to be aligned. Because if you a type of person that's okay, that's being dirty, and another person is OCD,
Oh fuck.
y'all
man.
can have great chemistry in every area, but just that one thing right there gonna make y'all break up.
What?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you leave stuff on the floor, you don't clean up after yourself. Another person's OCD, and it's gonna cause a constant strain. That's why I don't believe in faking. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta let people know who you are, and it's not that you're gonna stay there. let them know what they're getting to, and let you know what you're working on.
Yeah.
But sometimes that mirror exposes things that you didn't even know you need to work on. Like sometimes you might not even think you dirty till you get with somebody who clean. Clean.
Man, what?
That shit make me mad. I put mustard on.
See how you feel when you deal with a woman that take 2 baths a day.
Yeah.
Fuck you up. It'll fuck you up.
Yeah, and hygiene.
No, it don't fuck me up as long as you clean that tub out.
Now you're not listening to what I'm saying. Nah,
The pH be on.
pH.
The
See, that's
pH
what
be
I'm
on
saying. You
point.
gotta.
Keep your pH
Hey,
on point.
next question, man. That's our topic.
I get you.
That's our topic.
I get you.
I start shooting shit up out this bud. Y'all ain't, hey, Del P, what? Yeah. I'm busy like that.
Let me see. I think I let me keep going. In general, I think the way you said this inside. In general, is relationship loyalty contingent upon what our partner can consistently provide to us?
For men it is.
For men, it is. Let me.
I think if you're still in a selfish mind state, yes.
For men, I mean, I'm not saying it's right, but men are judged by you're considered a man based on what you acquire.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying?
We gotta find a way to
and
change
that's not
it.
necessary. What I will say, it is good for a man to have life insurance. It's good for a man to have land and have property.
Right.
That's just smart. That's how we take care and preserve and create legacy. But don't nobody tell a woman, it's not. You got women out here that just look good, and they get taken on trips, and they, they do stuff.
Do they look? They look good outside.
What'd you say about that vacation thing?
The
inside?
vacation, you be seeing all these people. All they want to do is go on a. They don't like the day-to-day things of a relationship. They want to go on a trip.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Have some fun.
And post pictures like a nigga ain't there.
Post pictures. No,
Like a nigga ain't there. Come
Oh,
on now.
I'm petty as shit.
if she
snap
paid for the
snap
trip-
that motherfucker if I'm there.
Look.
I'm going to slide up in that motherfucker
If
like
she
a
paid
dancer.
for the trip for both of us, go ahead, take all the pictures by yourself.
Yeah,
if
that's
I
different.
paid
That's different.
anything, oh no.
Yeah, I'm gonna slide in that bitch like a
It ain't
dancer.
going down. gonna
You
put
on
my
a
big toe in
vacation?
there.
You talking
Put
about
that
look
big toe in there?
Yeah, look at the food. Nigga, what?
That's a crusty toe. That's a nigga foot right
That's
there.
a nigga foot.
That ain't no girl foot.
I'm gonna
that
do
was
something.
me.
I'm gonna put the watch in there. I'm gonna do some type
Yeah.
of little bullshit like
That was me.
way in the corner and shit.
You gonna wear one of my Super Curl shirts on this picture.
Yeah.
Sport the brand. Put
Hey,
the Super
sport
Curl
the-
shirt on.
hey.
Put the Super Curl shirt on.
That's
and
it.
the hat.
Oh man, side note, you still selling the book, right?
Yeah.
Please put for those that are watching, man, I bought the book and there was some I feel like it was 2-3 years ago.
I think it was like 2 years ago.
2 years ago, man. It's a book. If you have a child out there, this book is definitely for y'all. I'm gonna let him explain how it is. I just didn't want him to forget that book was out there. I want people to go get it.
Well, definitely. I got 2 more questions, then we can get out of here.
Yeah,
2 more questions.
But
All right.
yeah, promote the book.
Let me do it afterwards. Or?
Yeah, we'll do it after.
Oh
We'll do
yeah,
it
okay,
after. We'll do it
cool.
after. All right, next question. Is the real problem, and this kind of ties into what we've been talking about tonight, is the real problem with black love, the black male ego? How can a woman talk to her man and motivate him without having this battle with him? That fragile ego.
Shouldn't have to motivate nobody.
You know what I'm saying? How do
You shouldn't have to.
Man, I'm about to say
Well,
something.
Shoot.
not motivating like, damn, you need to get up and do this, but like motivate, like,
Sad thing
Ask the
That's a
question
real
one more
issue,
time.
though.
I'm about to
know
ask.
what I'm saying? But
Watch this answer though.
Here's the question. Make sure you guys listen up.
Listen to this
Is
question.
the real problem with black love the black male ego? How can a woman talk to her man, motivate him without having to battle with us? That fragile ego that he so-called has.
No man.
Allegedly.
A lot of women don't know how to talk to.
No man should be in a relationship if he still has an ego problem. And I'm gonna tell you why. This is what I'm saying with having an ego problem. You can be there's a difference with being cocky and confidence. It's a difference with having knowledge and being educated.
Definitely.
Right?
But a man has an ego problem damn near every day.
But
I'm talking
here's
about
the
from
thing.
going to work
But you
to
gotta
being in a
be
relationship.
Disney. You gotta be in tune with you.
Right.
You gotta know the type of man that you are.
Right.
So when it comes to these ego things, I feel like we are part of the problem. You know why?
Yeah.
When that woman tell you no in the club, why the fuck you cuss her out? That's an ego problem.
That's an ego problem.
No.
That's how you go, bro.
Men don't know how to accept rejection. Sometimes we want to disrespect a woman after we get rejected.
Yeah.
That damn thing been doing that shit to me all night. It have, man. I knew it was coming, but no, seriously. I feel like it's 4 things you need to walk away from in a relationship. You don't, I mean, when I say walk away, don't go into the relationship with an ego. You can't have an ego. You can't be selfish.
Right.
You gotta learn how to compromise. You gotta learn to comprehension things.
But that requires maturity. And I'm gonna be honest with you.
Look at that alley.
It does.
I know I'm about to windmill this hoe. Look,
Look at this
most
alley.
people-
That's my
most
brother
people-
in real life.
Having real emotionally intelligent, like I do like therapy work with kids at a group home, and everybody put I want to get off probation. Everybody put I want to behave. I want to get my level up so I can get out. Everybody put I don't want to go back to jail. I don't want to get in trouble. Right? That's easy to say when we write down our goals.
Right.
But what about when your feelings hurt?
Come on now.
What about when there's that heightened emotional sensitivity coming? Now, that's when we really see how much work and how much maturity is really going with that ego. And the problem is that I've seen that most of us, men and women, lack that. And when we get upset, we show it. We say it.
And we hitting for that
act
gut. You
like
looking for
it.
that gut
And
shot.
that's a deal breaker for me. A woman that throws low blows. Because I had an ex. She was dope, man. A lot of amazing quality. I think she's gonna be a great wife one day. But one thing about it is, man, when she get mad, she say things that no matter how much she say I love you, and she was fine as a mug. She looked me in the eye, I'm like, dang girl, you look good. But it's like, no matter, she was sweet, had a lot of great qualities. But when she would get upset, she would say some of the most hurtful stuff to the point where it's like when you say love, when you say you love me and stuff like that, I kind of checked out. Like, man, shut up. Like, forget you. I don't care what you talking about, because you've taken away my peace and my vulnerability that I have with you.
Definitely.
And that ego, men got it, but they got it in different ways.
Yeah, real shit.
And women got it in different ways too. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I think they can go both ways.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so it can go both ways.
Yeah, it goes both ways.
Got you.
What I was saying was
Especially in the
pertaining
role
to your-
reversal thing.
Right, but I was just answering pertaining to that
Yeah.
specific question.
Right.
But what he's saying, like I told you, one thing about me and Brian, them alleys gonna come all night.
I see.
They gonna come all night.
I've been.
He gonna alley it.
I've
I'm
been a fan. I've been all night.
I'm gonna crush your ass over, and then I might shoot it. I might do behind the back. Just so how we feel, you know. But that's real, man. I think men gotta check their ego at the door, and women gotta check their pride when they open it.
Last question. When was the last time your ego failed you? And for me, it's like an everyday thing, like as far as like going to the job and having to, you know, do shit a certain way, you know. And I know it's a part of the job, but like, you know, you get people like in your face that you know wouldn't do this if we was outside
of work.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So when you say your ego got in the way or something,
Yeah. My
I'll
ego
say my
got
last situation, man.
okay.
I don't really talk about it much,
Right.
but I feel like I somewhere. I don't want to say that because then I'll be beating myself up on shit that doesn't apply. I think, I don't know, for ego, I don't feel like I have one. I think my issue is when I have so many great leadership skills, right? But when let's say I believe in you or I believe in Brian, and I back you,
Right.
but I might be the person that's better in that position, I'll fall back. I'll fucking fall back every time. And it's not scared that I'm not scared to be a leader.
Right.
It's I want to see you lead because this is like your shit. You get what I'm saying? So I think for me, I struggle with that.
Okay.
Where I have all the qualities of a leader. I know I do.
Right.
But when I get in tune with people, I get attached to something, and it's like, damn, Dale, you really good at that. But it's like, well, I didn't start this. You did. So I fall back. So I guess I can use that.
Yeah.
That could be a
I
form
don't
of
feel like
humility. I think that
I don't really know if is that an
sometimes
ego thing.
sometimes that could be a form of humility because I
Yeah.
think it's good. Like me and my my brother from college, like my best friend, my roommate, we were talking about something. We said we never had issues because we did events and always something. But I knew when to let him take the lead. He knew like if it was something. We never clashed on who was going to do this because we were egoless in some situations when we doing events or we did projects or something like that. It's like, oh, you got it or I got it. We didn't even have to talk. It's like we felt that energy, and I think that's good when you're able to say, you know, because at the end of the day, I think the big picture is important. And what's the goal?
What's the goal?
And I want to work with people to understand the importance of the goal. So we can say if it's important for you to hit it, or if it's important to you or me, it's gonna get done. But we're gonna say who based on the lane that you're in or the lane that's your strength, who's best to go at it. You know. But I could say, shoot, be real transparent. You know.
Hey man,
got in a little argument with my baby mama yesterday.
Hey, it happens.
But I think, you know, your ego. The question is, when does your ego got the best of you, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, man. Sometimes you can have your pride, or you can just be too. Emotions are good because they are an indicator. Just don't let them drive the car.
Yeah,
And
Right.
get to a
I
point
always
where
have them in. I like to keep them in the back seat, not the trunk, but the back seat.
You find yourself getting offended over certain things, and you react. And
Right.
the thing about that is, when you react,
I used to be bad.
you're reacting according to your feelings,
Right.
and you don't always make a wise decision on your responses.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So not being as controlled as I can be, and being as wise, you know, and saying what's best. Because sometimes you got to lose a battle to win a war.
Definitely.
And I don't even want
Exactly.
to. And it ain't even always about a battle and negativity and clashing, but you want to have a global perspective.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody get in an argument with somebody, you can get in a fight, you can say, nah, I ain't gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? Because I got too much to lose.
Right.
You know, so you got things to lose. So
And sometimes people don't understand that, man. And it's like, if a man decides to avoid or detach from an argument, doesn't mean he don't care. It's, I don't want to take this spot and say some shit, and then now I gotta apologize to you for the next 3-4 months.
and I think that's where boundaries need to be created in a relationship, where somebody can say, the worst thing, because I had an ex with her, I say, hey, I don't really want to talk right now, or it's not a good time. And she'll keep going. Hey, I want to talk. And I'm like, yo, chill. Leave me alone. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
it's
And then once you say that,
yeah.
But I can't leave you alone. It's like, yo, it's not. It's
telling you.
Yeah,
So I need to
trying
be
to
more,
get you.
So
He's
I
trying to
gotta
get
be
you
more
there.
disciplined, but I also need you to respect my boundaries.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I that's extremely. It goes
Man,
both ways.
I love the way you guys are cultivating and creating that. But
Man,
you
it's
know,
Team Care around here.
No.
I get my bag with my brother with me.
But the point is like, you know what I'm saying? In the real fucking world, bro, your fucking ego gonna fail you, cause that shit like
Every
nigga,
time.
Nigga, no, bitch. Like, sorry, you see what I'm saying? Like that's finna happen. It's gonna happen, man.
But I did a post like too long ago. No response is a response.
True.
No one responded, no one not to.
Yeah, you're right.
And it's easier said than done. I used to get told all the time, you got to stop giving people the finished product. Well, shit, if they ain't watching the process, what the fuck?
Tell them to follow.
Yeah, like, come on. I think one of the things about me, man, that I don't even have the word for what it is, where, like I said, I couldn't answer the question because it's like, I don't have an ego issue where my ego failed me. I think my problem is stepping up to the plate and worrying about betraying the person that started the shit.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what to call that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's like saying, hey, this is my first time on Humvee's podcast, right? Truckcast. And then I start my own podcast. Right? And then now I'm good at what the fuck I do.
Right.
But then in the back of my mind, I'm like, damn, man, I don't want Humvee to feel no type of fucking way, yo. Like, so then I'll never overdo it.
Overcompensate.
I overcompensate your failures.
Mm.
I overcompensate the person I'm around failures.
Kind of like how, because black men have been so demonized, and I know I've experienced this, when you get in an elevator and it's you and a white woman, you want to be overly, how you doing?
stepping into the fucking corner.
Don't be alone.
That's what I was gonna say.
I'm not gonna do nothing to you. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
know,
you would have been
that shit
overly.
just happened to me. The white lady got on the elevator. I slid in that motherfucking corner. She got out the elevator. I told myself, what the fuck I'm doing?
Historically, based on history, I should be more scared of you,
Nigga,
Bert.
I'm trying to tell you. Trying to tell you, I get in that motherfucking corner, put my head down, like, and then I'm a big nigga too, cause you know they.
We can
Oh
get to
my
the sidewalk.
God.
We can talk about the sidewalk.
Shit.
Ain't no bullshit. I went to the ATM today. White dude walking to his Tesla. He goes to the Tesla, opens the door, he looks at me, and then he closes it, he stands there. In my mind, I'm like, yo, you're not even on my radar, bro. I'm going to the ATM. So I'm walking and I stop and I'm like, why I feel like I look back, he's just standing there. And it took my all not to be like, hey, I don't want your battery powered car, bro. I'm good. I like gas.
Right,
Like, come
you know
on,
what I'm
bro.
saying? Damn.
I had to catch myself like,
I don't
man,
want your car, but I'll jump at you just for doing it.
Yeah, you do. Get out of here.
Selling prophecy. You're making me want to jump at you real quick.
Sometimes you gotta
Oh,
do that
yeah,
to some
crazy.
white people. They get to look at you. Put your motherfucking ass on, man, bro.
Brian.
We love some of y'all white people.
We did it, man.
Already.
Thank you so
We
much
did
for
it
coming
again.
Already.
Y'all
We did it again.
Hey, put your information out there. The book, the
Ready
event
to
you
love.
got coming
Ready
up.
to love ass, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna come out and
I'm
show
proud of you,
support,
bro. For real, I'm proud of
Definitely,
you, man.
definitely.
So I have a children's book. It's called Super Sharing, because I write curriculum for kids, social skills and social emotional learning curriculum for kids to operate better, and I teach teachers. You know, so if you're an educator and your school looking for some professional developments, holler at me. I can be reached at on Instagram at SuperCarol, SuperCarroll. The book is called Super Sharing. It's on Amazon, but I'd rather you contact me and I can mail it out to you because Amazon be getting that bag off of everything. Wow. You know what I'm saying? They got the monopoly on everything. I do have a father's program called Our Father's Love. It's about us fathers just banding together, learning, being vulnerable, being there for each other, and taking care of our kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing an event at Prospect Park on June 5th.
I'm now.
Saturday, June the 5th, from 10 to 12:30. I'm gonna have therapists, life insurance people, agents,
What's going on?
real estate agents, lawyers. I'm gonna have activities for the kids. We're gonna have food. They're gonna have a discounted thing for brunch. So bring your sons, bring your daughters, fathers. We're gonna celebrate you. We're gonna do a panel discussion.
You got my sister on there
everything.
too?
Can
Can
you
you get
holler
your
at
keys?
her?
Yeah. Well, all right.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, we're going to have resources for men. You know, come out there, come support. We're going to do the family crawfish and kickball in July.
Oh.
You know, I'm going to hit y'all up about that.
Man, I missed my kickball tournament.
Come out there and play kickball with us, man.
I had one for,
Kids.
I had one
Might
for
pull
the kids.
something.
I
Yeah.
think, man, for 4 years straight, I did one for the kids.
Man, you
But
30,
then the
you
pandemic
35 now. You gonna pull something, nigga.
We had to stretch first. Look. But yeah, man,
I'm gonna
just
put
come
that
out.
out there, Del P single, but I am not available.
Hey.
Not available.
I ain't single no more. I'm going to put it out there.
Come on now. You know what I'm saying?
Sucker.
Yeah.
That's all love. That's all love, man.
Oh, man.
Y'all know y'all can find me at mancave.delp, man. Come tune in each and every Tuesday. We're talking up with Del P each and every Thursday at 7 p.m., man, Central Time. You can find Man Cave. I got a dope episode coming out this Thursday where we discuss growing up without a father but becoming a father, man. Y'all gotta tune in this Thursday for this topic, man. It's a heartfelt one. You get to get in personally with what I got going on and the fellas that I got coming into the room. So make sure y'all tune in and get ready for that episode.
Hey, it's going down in a major way. Hey, y'all give a shout out to DB. DB,
Hearts out to you, DB. I love you, man.
we miss you, man. Hey, tell mama to get well soon. And we'll see you guys next week, right?
Yeah.
Next.
I'm always one call away. You might see me, you might not.
Hey,
I'm active.
Hit me up on my pager.
that's it. It's your main man. It's your main man on B. Hey, this is Truckcast. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Peace.